So, mindfulness program. Why I have been emphasizing to study the teachings of great masters. First thing, and it is so simple to understand that the sky is not blue, but it appears blue. So to remove that misconception, we study the science and understand that it appears blue, but it is not blue. Similarly, when we study the teachings of these masters, we remove the error of perception. We remove the wrong notion about ourselves. See the beauty of it, that you have studied science, you know. Today many people are for Memorial Day, but I have fixed the time, so I have fixed. I will continue. So now see that wrong notion. Wrong notions are removed from your mind, from your life. And what happens? It is just an example of that the sky is not blue, the science makes you understand, and then you are looking at the sky, it appears blue. But now you know it. The science says the same thing. Science says the same thing. What it says about stress and anxiety? It says unfounded worries. Saying the same thing. Mirage water. You see the mirage in a desert and you see there is a water. You know it appears, but it is not. Gradually, now what our masters are saying, our masters are saying that ignorance and illusion appears. It is not true. And when you remove the ignorance, then what happens? You enter into peace and happiness. First thing is a clear understanding. Now just continue. You see the mirage water. Now you do lot of breathing practices. You are sitting in an asana and come back and again you see the mirage. The water still appears. The water that is false in a mirage will not go away after doing lot of practices. So the first step is always understanding. Where I am pointing? So easy to point you. That we have a very strong notion that I am the body. So this, by understanding, we remove the wrong notion. But no, my mind still takes it. Yes, in order to remove that impurity of the mind, we have to practice. See that? So first is clear understanding. Now what is that impurity of the mind? Our impurities of the mind is our anger, our hesitation, our anxiety, our duality, our conflict, our problems, our challenges. Lot of things. Pay attention. Once it goes into the head, the journey of the mindfulness becomes so easy. It becomes so joyful. So what I said, that impurities. So what happens? The mind looks at the mirage water, it approaches the water and realizes there is no water. Now the person is standing there and again he looks little far away, he still perceives the water. So the mind starts craving, oh, let me go, let me see if there is a chance there is a water. What I'm saying? Oh, I will be happy if I'm married. One time. And after that, I'll be happy if I'm divorced. You see, the mind jumps for happiness outside. That is the impurity, that agitates the mind. How simple it is. So once we are clear about our wrong notions, then comes the impurities of the mind. And when these impurities of the mind are removed, then what happens? The mind moves inside in that purity. I know that peace is my essential nature. That becomes meditation. You know, the science makes me understand that the sky is not blue. I'm 100% clear. The light falls there, and because of the light and the reflection, and I see the blueness, clear. Now see, even when I look at the sky, it still appears blue. It appears blue, but now I know it, so I have no problem. See that. So every master says, Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. It is the knowledge of the self that makes you free from the stress and the suffering. Knowledge of the self. What we do, more knowledge of anxiety. No, I become angry, so anger management. We don't talk about discovery of peace. See that? That is the problem of the modern man. Oh, I have illness management. Come on, let me talk about peace, let me talk about happiness, let me know how to discover peace and happiness, let me explain you where the peace is present, where the peace is not, where the happiness is, where the happiness is not. Look at how simple it is. So when we explain where the peace is and where it is not, we get rid of the wrong notion. What is the wrong notion? Peace and happiness is always there in my honey. And one day the honey becomes crazy, all the peace and happiness disappears. See that? Wrong notion. I have to get rid of these wrong notions. The moment I get rid of these wrong notions, what happens? The life instantly changes. So the journey of mindfulness, when we talk about it, It is a journey of the self-discovery. It is a journey of inner peace and happiness. It is a journey where the peace and the happiness never comes to an end. You see that? In every step, you clear your wrong notion, you practice, you experience the change, and you are ready to go further. But in order to treat that path, one has to be a seeker. Who is a seeker? Who has internalized the mind, who has understood the principle, who has a commitment to oneself. Commitment not to a teacher. It doesn't work. Commitment to yourself. Am I committed to myself? Yes. I can go deeper. Am I committed to others? Nothing is happening. You need not to be committed to this guy. The seeker whose mind is clear and committed that I have to discover peace and happiness within. Once you discover that commitment, changes the entire life. So pick up these words for contemplation, the wrong notion and the right notion. Be very clear about it. You go to the restaurant, you like a particular food. For example, you like sugar. So you have been eating for 5-6 years, and now you have a problem. Now what do you say? Sugar is a poison. Sugar is not a poison. Your mind wrong notion. So the science gives too much of importance to the outer thing. That person is responsible for your sorrow, the thing is responsible for your sorrow, the location and the place is responsible. So we get rid of that wrong notion. I'm responsible for my sorrow and happiness. Let us start our journey of the mindfulness and be very clear from the beginning what we are doing. So when you understand what we are doing in a practice, it becomes easy for you. Eyes are closed. So, first step of removing the wrong notion. You know, the people argue unnecessarily. How can I see the God? How can I see the peace? You cannot see the peace through your eyes. Why? What do you see? It's a mirage water. You see sky is blue. You don't see your real self. So the sense organ cannot perceive the right thing. Yeah, for daily living it is good. But for peace and happiness, no. So that is why we close our eyes. Now see, that is why we close our eyes. When the eyes are closed, we move the mind deeper inside, and from inside we look at the neck joint. When you look at the neck joint, you feel the sensation. That is your experience. It's a mental experience. So you feel the sensation, you're comfortable, and you experience steadiness. Shoulder joints, you feel the shoulder joints. I'm not asking you to do something mystical, the imaginative. I'm giving you a practical hint, practical idea. Everything is so practical, factual, rational. And even then the mind is wandering. That is the impurity of the mind. So looking at the shoulder joints, feel the sensation, yes. Being comfortable, yes. And experience the steadiness. Hip joint, feeling the sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. The entire body, feeling the sensation, being comfortable, and experience the steadiness. See that. The entire body is comfortable and steady. Do you find the answer why we are becoming comfortable? Because we are raising awareness of the mind. When you raise awareness in the mind, the things becomes clear. Not a big deal, see that. After all, we follow some principle. The moment you start driving, you follow the principle. There has to be something to help me keep my awareness at the driving. So I know it's a right lane driving or left lane or it's the red light. You see that? That is what it is. Another, again, we raise awareness in the mind. The thoughts are coming and going. Let these thoughts come and go. Let the feeling come and go. I am not doing anything to any thought. Why? The moment the mind engages itself with a particular thought and feeling, it is lost. Then who will make a journey to the mindfulness? Not because we are controlling the thought. And if you have a wrong notion, we are controlling the thought so that at least, no, wrong notion. We are aware that if the mind engages itself in any thought, I will become unconscious, subconscious and habitual. So, let the thought come and go. Let it stay. Let it continue. No worries. Third point, be casual and natural. What I'm saying? Don't try to squeeze your eyes while looking at the sky which is blue. What is the message here? The message here, when the mind says, I have an anxiety, I have a stress, Don't get into panic. Hold on. Remain natural. We are understanding. We are discovering peace. That is the actual meaning of being casual, practically. Whatever happens, whatever it takes, you are casual, you are natural, you are aware of it. See that? That makes your mind clear. See that? So being comfortable, being carefree, and being casual. All the 3 points helps the mind to raise its awareness. For what? For clarity. When I say peace is your essential nature, I'm not saying that we are producing, manufacturing peace and happiness inside. When the science says, come on, let me explain you, the sky is not blue, it appears. That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything new. So when a mind remains in that state of awareness, you are on the journey. Now what is the journey? Now what we say that let us move the mind with a conscious experience of relaxation. And for that what we do? That is important. So now look at the head and the neck and feel the sensation only. Now see, the simpler the practice, the higher and deeper it is. So what I'm saying, the goal, let the mind experience the relaxation and should discover how we feel the state of relaxation. We are clear now. Now I'm saying, look at the head and the neck and feel the sensation. Look at the right arm, feel the sensation. Okay, look at the left arm, feel the sensation. What else I'm saying? Not a big deal. Okay, look at the chest and the belly and feel the sensation. How do you experience relaxation? Through your sensation and through a feeling. So even if you follow these steps and your experience is what? Your experience is what? Your experience is change of the feeling and the sensation. Will that work? Yes. That is what we are doing. Look at the right leg. Feel the sensation. And left leg, feel the sensation. Am I saying something different? No. So what happens when you do the practice regularly, your mind realizes. What it realizes? Many things. One of the most important things that for peace and happiness you need not to do anything. What you need to do is to discover. What they do what your mind understand that the peace is your essential nature. This time this understanding is your experience. Okay. The entire body, you feel this sensation. So now your commitment is here. Your mind is not unnecessarily distracted. So you look at the head and the neck, this time the sensation, relaxation and the stillness. Right arm, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left arm, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Chest and the belly. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. Right leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation and stillness. The entire body. Sensation is there, relaxation is there, and stillness there. Now can the mind remove the wrong notion? What is that wrong notion? That by doing something outside you are relaxed. So what is the right notion? By doing nothing and moving the mind inside helps you to discover what? Relaxation. But now the relaxation itself is not enough. See that. We want to go to the state of peace and happiness. So there are hundreds of steps. One of them, look inside the head and the neck. Just be there, wait there. So when you are there, you wait there, you experience a sense of space and the darkness and emptiness. It is that experience within is an experience of calmness and quietness. That needs to be clearly understood. Look at the right arm inside. Look at the right arm and then look inside and just be there. Now see what is the important message here? Be there. You are with me? Yes. You are with your mind? Where? Inside the right arm? That's okay. That is it. So what we do experience, we experience the state of calmness. My friend, that too without doing anything. Look inside the left arm, be there. I'm not asking you to do anything. So here in this step, everything is working because we are asking the mind to deeply relax, to remove the wrong notion and to do nothing. Why? To make the mind believe and understand that what? Peace is within. Without doing, you have to know it, you have to discover it. Look inside the chest and the belly, become aware of the space. That knee. Look inside the right leg. Same calmness. Look inside the left leg. Same calmness. You are not chasing the calmness. You become aware of the space and the darkness and emptiness. Inside. Nothing from outside can enter inside. Have you heard saying, do continue to live in the world outside, but do not allow the world to live within you? See that? You don't allow the neighbors to live in you. Don't allow the entire county to live within you. Live within your home. See that? You understand and you filter the wrong notion and you are there. It's not a big deal, my friend. The entire body inside. Now in that state, we follow the principle. The principle is so simple. Can we move the mind within? When you move the mind within, the mind knows it. Okay? Yes, clear. And when the mind knows it, you are clear. So now see that. So look inside the forehead in the space and drop in the what to drop? Drop Shantoham, I am the peace. We are not doing anything. Again, when the mind knows, it is listening, it is awareness, it is aware of the space inside, and casually you look inside the forehead in the space, and then what? Shantoham. What is the meaning of the Shantoham? I am the peace. I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you. To do anything. So casually you look again where? Inside the forehead. Where? Inside the forehead? In the space. What you have to do in order to be aware of the space? Casually you are looking inside the forehead and you are experiencing, and then Shantoham. 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 Again, the mind goes there. Shantoham. I'm not asking you to do anything. Because my habit of the mind is constantly running and running. So, what we do? We say, okay, if it is running, so please look inside the heart, in the space. Do you do anything? Or if I say how you do it? First you look at the heart, or look at the chest. Looking is experiencing. What is that experience? Sensation is there, relaxation is there, stillness is there. Then you look inside, you become aware of the space, good. After becoming aware of the space, you drop Shantoham. Again the mind forgets it. Why it forgets? Because of the wrong notion. So again you look inside the heart, become aware of the space. Shantoham. It is such a simple when you make a journey consciously. First, removing the wrong notion. Second, purifying the mind. Third, moving the mind within. You'll have a beautiful experience. Yes, check it. So, in that state, what? Look inside. The heart. Awareness of the space. And now we engage the mind in a conscious journey. You see, that is what, then you will understand what exactly we are doing. Conscious journey. First point of conscious journey, you experience the sensation, relaxation and stillness. Is relaxation and stillness a big deal at the physical level? No. Science says take these pills and relax. You have a problem of insomnia, so you take pills and you sleep better. You take a lot of energy drinks, you feel relaxed. See that? What we are talking, just what we are doing. So first step, first point of awareness, Experience of sensation, relaxation, stillness. Second point, look inside the heart. Means the mind is moving within. So here comes the discovery of inner peace and happiness. Why? The Master says the peace and happiness are inside. Then from inside you look at the breath. Third point of engagement. First point of engagement, sensation, relaxation, stillness. Second point of engagement, looking into the space. Third point of engagement, looking at the breath. Don't you do it while driving. When your one foot is on the pedal, the other is on the steering, the eyes are looking all around, and the ears are ready to hear anything, to make some changes. I'm not telling you anything different, new. I'm making you aware. The very subtle functioning of the mind. Sensation, relaxation, stillness, calmness inside, looking at the breath, and then experiencing the breath going in and out. Experiencing no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. The key. That is the key. So you are fully aware. Goal, moving the mind within, merging the mind within. By conscious experience of sensation, relaxation and stillness, calmness inside, looking at the breath and experiencing the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation. Key. And you can continue to engage the mind. So that becomes the next practice, or that becomes the next step. So engaging the mind on the movement of the breath and feeling the sensation inside the nose, and there is no change. And when the breath goes in, you drop Shantuham. Just after dropping, become aware of the silence, and again say Shantuham, become aware of the silence. You see, the more you engage the mind within, it lives within. It continues to remove the wrong notion, and the time comes, oh, you see, this is it. Very good. Continue the journey. and doing nothing now. We were not doing anything. When the door is open of your house and you are standing at the door, you can see outside your house, you can see inside your house. But what is the prior condition? The door should be open. So by being comfortable, carefree and casual, you open the door. And the moment you look inside, your wrong notions are dropped. You find the peace within. So you don't keep standing on the door, you move inside. You know, you discover. That is what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. In order to remove that wrong notion and to discover that peace and happiness, you see, the masters of the Eastern wisdom has not left anything. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorama mridangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down, and now is the time to share your experiences. How are you, Lena?
I had a wonderful experience today. Just wonderful.
You are becoming... Yes, continue.
So many interesting and different sensations in my body.
Wonderful. Now you have already become a seeker. You have to continue the journey.
I want to ask you, Girish, before we practiced, you were talking about sugar, and you said that sugar by itself is not a poison. But everybody is talking now about sugar being so bad. So I have confused thoughts about it.
It's a wrong notion. My craving is a problem. The sugar is not a poison as such. If the sugar is poison, all the cane sugar plants will die. Do they die? They never die. You grow anywhere it grows. So we have a wrong notion. Why? What is that wrong notion? Sugar is a poison. So the apple will die, the grapes will die, pomegranate will die. So what is the problem? Problem is craving. Problem is seeking happiness in the sugar is a problem. Desire for sweetness from the sugar is a poison of my mind. Sugar is not a poison. Are you getting into it? You have to think of it. Second point, does the sugar come to you and say to you, Lena, please eat me? Never says. So, the masters in Eastern wisdom teaches you understand, recognize that where you are moving in your life, as long as you like the sugar, it's very good, it's very good. The moment the sugar, because of your eating the sugar regularly creates a problem, and then the sugar becomes a poison. As long as you like honey, everything is good. And the moment you don't like honey, then you divorce. Are you making a joke? No, I'm saying, is your mind making a fun of your life, your own life? That is what I'm saying. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
That is the key. And we say sugar is poison, salt is poison. Stop eating everything. Everything has something, some problem. Remain fasting. And permanently rest at the cremation ground. What is this? So we have to redefine our life in the light of meditation. How are you, Sameer?
Fine, sir. Absolutely fine.
Yes.
I was just, sir, in the beginning I just started listening to what you were saying, and after that I felt that I am different from the thoughts are going in front of me. Means just your voice was coming inside and I was looking at what was happening in my head. That is
wonderful, yeah. That's
25. After 15-20 minutes, I was so much relaxed that I started feeling sleepy.
Yeah.
That whenever I start feeling relaxed and means I am in peace, then I start feeling sleepy. I don't know why it happens with me.
Yes. Yes, it's a very good experience. The sleep happens because we have unconscious material in the mind. In terms of the past impressions, they return and they cause the problem. Wonderful to have such a beautiful people to have a journey. I need only one person who can really understand. My job is done. Anyhow,